she felt someone peeking from behind. While withdrawing money, the parrot bowed its head. She continued entering her PIN, and the parrot memorized the sequence. She turned to leave before finishing the transaction. The man saw the moment and bumped into her, sneakily snatching her bank card. "I'm sorry, excuse me," but the parrot flew over, grabbed the card in its beak, flew back to the ATM, and slid it precisely into the slot. The man waved at the parrot. The parrot picked up the withdrawn cash and flew back to his hand. He went to other locations and repeated the trick with his feathered accomplice. Bill after bill landed in his palm. Back home, he counted the money and laughed loudly, but his girlfriend was not satisfied. She stood up, saying she wanted a mansion and diamonds. To make her happy, he made a bolder decision. After dark, he drove the parrot to a luxury villa. He described the jewelry's appearance to the parrot, then instructed it to fly to the top of the chimney. The parrot successfully sneaked into the mansion and found the jewelry box. Following its owner's description, it picked up the most expensive piece. The parrot walked toward the window, unaware it was being followed. The man suddenly felt uneasy. He sneaked into the mansion's courtyard and waited by the second-floor window, ready to meet the parrot. But by then, the parrot was completely exposed. The man abandoned the parrot and fled in his car. The parrot flapped its wings frantically, not noticing the mansion's owner approaching from behind. In the end, the owner trapped the parrot in a box and sent it to an animal research institute.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, Paulie.
The bird expert promised it that if it cooperated with the tests, he would help it find its former owner, Mary. First, they asked the parrot to recognize pictures. The parrot recognized all of them, and even had its own opinions. It turned out to be a parrot that could do stand-up comedy. But after realizing how extraordinary the parrot was, the expert no longer wanted it to leave. He had clearly found Mary's contact information, but chose not to tell the parrot. So during the experts' conference, the parrot pretended to be dumb on purpose, making the expert lose face. It also tried to fly away, but failed. The expert even had its feathers clipped and locked it in a cage until a janitor arrived. The parrot finally found a chance to leave. After hearing the parrot's story, the janitor was deeply moved. He secretly opened the cage and released the parrot. He took it into the expert's office and found Mary's address, but they were quickly discovered by security. The janitor had no choice but to hide in a nearby laboratory. They smashed open the iron mesh and released all the animals.